Both teams undefeated after the first week. The Lanceter Whitecaps host the Briarwood Infinity. In Swiss top-tier basketball, Jalen Williams leads the Lanceter team, coming off a strong win against the defending champions, the Grego Sacrifice, in week 1. They wear white at home against Briarwood. Briarwood wear black. There you see Davies. He starts off the game for Briarwood. Makarov now, top of the key. Both these teams look very strong on paper, looking to get something done in terms of championship victories. Lanceter hasn't won a title since 1979. They only have one. Briarwood, one of 4 teams to have never won a Swiss basketball title. Montgomery Nelson, as that's 2 straight baskets, and it's 4-0 lead for Briarwood as they have a hot start on both ends of the court. We're here at the Chrome Center in Lanceter as a deep shot taken and another rebound, this time for Johnson. Johnson throws it to Denatenius. Denatenius taking it in himself. Unable to finish. Rebound there by Williams. Micic back the other way for Lanceter. Guarded by Davies. Davies, excellent defensive player. Ball poked away by Denatenius as he picks it up, goes back the other way now, and slows down the pace. Tosses it to Montgomery Nelson. Had an excellent game in week 1. An emphatic 20-point victory over the Arno Pilots. Denatenius, he has 4 now. As Micic goes back the other way, a 6-0 lead for the visiting Briarwood team. We mentioned they've never won a title. They're the only team in the nation's capital to have never won a title of any sport. They're looking to change that this year. They look strong. They are strong in the power rankings. They had an embarrassing road loss in the playoffs last season, and Denatenius unable to finish off of the deep fadeaway 2. Dort. Williams. Micic. Looking to avenge that loss, looking to look a little better in the game this year as the first points are, it's 6-4. Williams puts up the second set of points for Lanceter. Makarov now to Johnson. Johnson taking it himself. Unable to finish, but Denatenius gets the rebound. Davies is back at the line, and a 3-ball by Davies. Victor Oladipo going back the other way. One of many NBA imports to the Swiss top tier. A lot of money to be made in Swiss sports right now as the players seem to be understanding that in all sports. We've seen it most specifically in association football, but basketball nonetheless. We see Jason Tatum sitting on the bench off his transfer from the Boston Celtics for Briarwood as Charlie Montgomery Nelson puts that one in. It's 11-4. A good start for Briarwood. Victor Oladipo taking it himself against Montgomery Nelson. Throws it now back to Micic. Guarded by Davies. Great screen there. Throws it to Williams. Williams to Dort. Back to Williams. Williams down to the other Williams. Micic now. Williams with a deep throw. Unable to get anything going. Now Davies goes back the other way. Denatenius drops it to Montgomery Nelson. Over to Davies. Johnson, top of the key. Makarov with the spacing. Johnson from deep. Unable to get that 3 to go. Micic. Back the other way for Lanceter. Oladipo. Back to Dort. Oh, great defensive play, but he gets contact. That's Montgomery Nelson as 2 to the line for Williams. There you see the stats on the bottom of your screen. Defensively for Briarwood, Jalen Williams drains his first basket. A few changes made for both teams. 11-5. Cuts the lead now to 5 points, 11-6 Inbound to Jason Tatum. Had a fairly solid first game coming off the bench for Briarwood last week. Puts an easy 2 up there over a contested defender. 40 seconds remain in this opening quarter. Micic, guarded by Christopher. Throws it back to Holmgren, to Wiggins. Wiggins guarded by Tatum. Throws it to Joe. Puts one up. It's rebounded by Tatum. 22 seconds remain. 3 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Tatum now from the top. Unable to get screen help there. He throws it back to Christopher. And a great give and go there. There's a foul on the play, and it'll be a 3-point play. An excellent finish for Briarwood. From the line now, it's Lofton Jr. looking to make this a 3-point play. He does. A 10-point lead with 8 seconds to go in the quarter, as Micic will try to get some kind of momentum going into the second quarter. They retain the ball. He shoots a deep 3. Looked good, but nothing going. 10-point lead, 16-6, going into the second quarter here in Lanceter in favor of the Briarwood Infinity. Inbound there to Micic. Looking to find a man and get something going. Takes it himself. Guarded well by Tatum. Rebounded there by Johnson. Christopher goes back the other way, throws it back to Johnson. Johnson looking to take it himself. He will. Nothing going. Ding gets the rebound, takes it himself against Tatum. Tatum, great defense. Johnson with the rebound. Williams. Down to Lofton Jr. Down low, swatted away. Excellent defensive play for Lanceter. Inbound by Briarwood. Lofton Jr. tosses to Montgomery Nelson. Near half court. Goes low. Takes it himself. Easy 2. You get him anywhere near the paint, he's not missing those. The big second year out of San Diego State from the United States. Mann takes it now. He's guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Gets a screen, unable to pick up the 3 ball. Montgomery Nelson back the other way for Johnson. Takes it with a 2-handed slam. Delquarius Johnson makes it a 26 game as Mann now back the other way for Lanceter. Montgomery Nelson. Unable to avoid that screen, but he blocks a pass. Another deep 3 ball. This one's still not going. Montgomery Nelson gets the rebound this time. Drops it back to Johnson. Looking to take it himself. Drops it back there to Jason Tatum. Montgomery Nelson. Picks up the screen. Takes it. Definitive right-handed slam. There's Charlie Montgomery Nelson. And a timeout has to be taken by Lanceter as they trail 22-6 with still 3.5 to go in this second quarter of play. We're live from Lanceter at the Chrome Center. Inbound to Victor Oladipo. He's guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Has a great lane and takes it himself. Montgomery Nelson was a little slow on his back foot. Makarov back in the game for Briarwood. He takes the inbound from Tatum. Throws it back to Tatum. Tatum crossing over. 2-hand slam. 24-8. Micic. Guarded by Christopher. Over to Oladipo. Again on Montgomery Nelson. Both feet on the ground. He gets a great screen. Takes it around. Makarov passes to Holmgren. And I think if he would have taken it himself, Oladipo would have 2 more points. But instead, the shot misses and it's back the other way for Montgomery Nelson. Takes it himself. He's fouled on the play. 2 from the line. First one is up. First one is good. 25-8. As changes made on the Lanceter sideline. Montgomery Nelson drains both baskets at 26-8 after the 2 free throws. Micic, guarded by Christopher. Tries to get past him, guarded well by Makarov. Rebound there by Johnson. Takes it the other way. Makarov. Looking to go around the defense. Takes it himself. Easy, 2 off the glass. Fedor Makarov now 1 for 1. Victor Oladipo throws it to Dort. And Tatum inbounds to Johnson. Johnson back to Tatum. Tatum to Christopher. Christopher back to Johnson. Johnson taking it himself. Great defensive play there, but Montgomery Nelson is there for the rebound. Johnson looking to burn the defense again. Hook shot. Unable to go. Picked up by Holmgren. Back the other way for Dort. Guarded well by Tatum. Runs into Montgomery Nelson. Gets his own rebound off the dropped pass. Back to Micic for 3. Unable to go. Johnson with the rebound. And those deep shots just not going for Lanceter today. Montgomery Nelson. Johnson from deep. Puts up a deep 3-ball. And it's a fantastic drain by Delquarius Johnson. 31-11. It's a 20-point lead with a minute still to go here in this opening half. Oladipo against Montgomery Nelson. Basically triple teamed in a crowded infield as Tatum gets the rebound off the missed 3 by Lanceter. Christopher back to Tatum. Johnson alone from the line. Deep 3-ball, not able to go, picked up by Oladipo off the rebound. 46 remain in the opening half of play here from Lanceter. Oladipo drops it to Micic, guarded by Christopher. Oladipo, guarded by Johnson. Johnson staying strong on Oladipo. 5 remain on the shot clock. Great defense by Johnson. Oladipo forced to throw it way over, and Tatum is there with the rebound. Half a second between the shot and game clock. Tatum taking it himself. Great defensive play there by Chet Holmgren. Micic off the swat. Alone from the line. Drains a 3. And some fire with 6 seconds to go. It's a 17-point lead. The inbound to Makarov. Over to Johnson. 3-ball to end the half. He's unable to do so. Gets rim, but nothing going. 31-14, an emphatic lead for Briarwood. We enter the second half. It's 31-14, a 17-point lead for Briarwood. The Infinity lead the Lanceter Whitecaps. As here's our roundup from around the league, week 2 of Swiss top-tier basketball. We enter the second half. It'll be Lanceter Whitecap ball. There's the upcoming schedule for the Whitecaps. Charlie Montgomery Nelson, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. As we enter a 17-point deficit, and Lanceter will look to have some kind of change going forward with their offense. Victor Oladipo has been strong. And he does get the inbound, guarded by Montgomery Nelson. And he takes it himself, and there you see Oladipo. He's guarded by Makarov, and Makarov picks up the foul to avoid the easy points. So it'll be 2 from the line for Victor Oladipo. Gets the first one to go. Lead cut down to 16. Misses the second one. Makarov with the rebound. Ball now down to Montgomery Nelson. Takes it himself. Easy off the glass. 2 points for Montgomery Nelson. He now has 12. Oladipo. Takes it himself. Guarded by Denatenius, who gets the rebound. Montgomery Nelson now. To Makarov. Drops it low. Makarov. Excellent fadeaway, too. Fantastic finish by the Russian. 35-15. It's another 20-point lead. Ties the largest lead of the game. Over to Williams. Williams in the paint now, guarded by Makarov. Throws it to the other Williams, guarded by Denatenius. Throws it back to Oladipo, guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Micic from the line. In and out. Rebounded there by Johnson. Denatenius. Drops it back to Johnson. Johnson. To Davies. Davies taking it himself with the easy layup finish. 37-15, a 22-point lead. The largest of the night for Briarwood. Timeout taken there by Lanceter. And a great start to the season. We knew it would be on paper, but just seeing it in action is fantastic. So much money put into these players. And a lot of off-season development. Very, very well in establishment. And I hate to say it this far in advance, given that this team has yet to prove themselves in the playoffs. But with the strength that we've seen so far in a game and a half, you'd love to see this team turn into a dynasty. Dort up against Johnson. Looking to get something done. He's guarded by Makarov. Shot goes wide, picked up by CMN. Montgomery Nelson throws it to Johnson. In the paint. Going back the other way. Finishes! Strong off the one-handed layup. 39-15. Micic. Guarded by Davies. In the zone. Denatenius gets in the way. Picked up there by Makarov. Makarov to Denatenius. Denatenius with the finish inside the paint. The 7-4 Latvian puts up points, his first of the second half. Micic back the other way. It's 41-15. I'll continue to use the word emphatic. Is the lead now as Oladipo tries to break some kind of hold, but Denatenius with the shooting foul as the pressure comes from the big Lithuanian. Jalen Williams, his second time from the line, he misses his first. Drains his second. It's now a 25-point lead. Denatenius inbounds to Makarov. Back to Denatenius. Looking to get something going. Back to Makarov. Drains from three ball for the big Russian. 44-16. It's a 28-point lead. Oladipo for the Whitecaps. Guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Now Denatenius. Denatenius on Oladipo. An interesting mismatch, but it's thrown back to Micic as Davies now takes it. Guarded by Montgomery Nelson. Great block on the play. Makarov picks up the ball. Back the other way for Johnson. Takes it himself. One-handed slam. Delquarius Johnson. A 30-point lead. And we thought their victory over Arno last week was great. This is actually a team that's supposed to be decent on paper. And that team that's supposed to be decent on paper cuts the lead down to 28 to try to get something going with a minute and a half left in just the third quarter. Davies now to Montgomery Nelson. Picks up the screen by Denatenius. Deep three ball. And it goes! A three ball by CMN. 31-point lead. Micic trying to slow the game down as the speed has been in only the favor of Briarwood. The Infinity destroying their competition on both ends of the court. Oladipo triple teamed. Williams taking it himself for three ball and something finally going as it's 49-21 off the three ball by Williams, Makarov. Denatenius into the paint, taking it himself with the finish. 30-point lead back on the board. Micic, guarded by Davies. Words we have said for the last 3 quarters. Almost always resulting in 0 points for Lanceter. They do get some there. Micic with the excellent finish over Davies. Denatenius now back the other way. Unbelievable hook shot by Denatenius. He is so good inside that paint. Oladipo now, guarded by Montgomery Nelson. The lead is 30. Trying to charge into the zone, but can't. Montgomery Nelson keeps him guarded from a distance. Davies now. Excellent defense as Oladipo goes into the zone. Johnson slowing things down. Drops to Denatenius. But the clock expires as that's the end of the third quarter. And an unbelievable lead. There you see the State Farm assist of the game. Fantastic showing by the Infinity so far. As the second squad is in to start the fourth, Lofton Jr. throws it to Christopher. Down the right side is Tatum. Excuse me, that's Roddy. Tatum is down below. He picks up the pass from Roddy. Looks for the easy two, unable to get it going. Micic. Back down the side to Wiggins. Wiggins for the deep three, unable to go. Montgomery Nelson picks up the ball. Tatum along the side. Step back. Three. Unable to finish there. Micic. Throws it to Joe. Double teamed. Micic alone. Down the side. Deep three ball. Unable to go. And that three has not been doing well for Lanceter today. Lofton Jr. just wasting time. Throws it back now to Christopher. Over to Jason Tatum for three. That one in and out as well. Tatum unable to get that three ball going. Joe himself. Guarded well by Montgomery Nelson, who picks up the rebound. Tatum now. Taking it himself, will charge into the zone. Picks up the foul, and it's a three-point play off the glass. Excellent layup finish there by Jason Tatum. As the fans starting to leave the Chrome Center here in Lanceter. Tatum makes it a three-point play. It's 56-23. 33-point lead by Briarwood, the largest of the game. Joe, Holmgren, Micic, Robinson, Earl. Back to Micic. Guarded by Christopher. Great screen by Holmgren. Takes it into the zone. Holmgren himself throws it over Roddy, and he does get the two from the corner of the box. Lofton Jr. inbounds to Tatum. Charging the zone. No reason to rush, but the rush has intimidated Lanceter today. Tatum, keeping it himself, will throw it low now to Williams. Screen there. Taking it himself in the zone. Great finish by Williams. He puts his first two on the board. 25 for 40 from the field by Briarwood. Joe now taking it into the zone for the Whitecaps. Guarded well by Williams. Tosses it back to Micic, who takes a three, defended well, and Roddy gets the rebound going back the other way. Tosses it to Lofton Jr. Lofton Jr. has his first 2 points of the game. It'll be a three-point play as he's fouled on the play. And 60-25 could soon become a 36-point lead, and it will not. That went short on the free throw. Dort now in the possession of Williams. Guarded by Tatum, unable to finish. Tatum gets the rebound. Roddy. Toward the middle. Christopher. Great finish. Excuse me, that was Lofton Jr. Micic, guarded by Christopher. Now guarded by Williams. He takes it into the zone. He's triple teamed given the spacing. Oladipo, guarded by Tatum. Williams from deep. Defender in his way. Throws it back now. Williams, nobody on him from three, gets the ball to drop. As that lead is now cut to just a slim 34. Jason Tatum. Over to Roddy. In the zone. Takes it himself. Great defensive play. Swatted aside there, and it'll be an inbound for the Infinity. Out to Tatum. Tatum to Todd. Getting his first minutes, and he puts up a two-handed jam. Micic. guarded by Conchar. Conchar seeing his first minutes in this one. And an easy 2 bucket there for Oladipo, inbounded to Tatum. Minute and a half left. It's a 34-point game, and I think it's safe to say Briarwood probably has this one in the bag. Tatum looking for spacing from the top of the key. Toss it up. A fantastic alley-oop layup for Todd. Isaiah Todd with the two-handed finish. Oladipo looking for some semblance of credibility as they end this game. Looks to put up an easy 2, and he's unable to do so. Rebound there by LaRavia. LaRavia to Tatum. 15 seconds on the shot clock, a minute left in the game. LaRavia, give and go with Tatum. Puts it up. Easy 2. (68-30). Micic, guarded by Conchar. Oladipo now with the ball, guarded by Tatum. Guarded well by Tatum. Tatum stays on him. Oladipo does get spacing. Rips a 3-ball. Desperation. Nothing going. Todd with the rebound. 12 seconds separate shot and game. Conchar. Back to Tatum. LaRavia. Another give and go. Great finish by LaRavia. Fantastic under the net hook shot. 12 seconds remain. No shot clock. Firmly in the bag. A 40-point lead for Briarwood as Conchar will guard Micic. As this one comes to a close from Lanceter, an emphatic victory for the Briarwood Infinity as they finish the month of September 2-0 off of demolished victories over Arno and Lanceter. They go visit the defending champion Grey Ghost Sacrifice to start their October calendar. The Grey Ghost Sacrifice are 0-2, so it'll be interesting to see the dynamics at play. Player of the game, Charlie Montgomery Nelson. He has started his year just as we expected. The American out of San Diego State, his second season for the Briarwood Infinity, looking to make up for the mistakes seen last year in the playoffs. Looking to finally bring that desperation championship to the capital city. Well, we are out of here from Lanceter. Briarwood Infinity 70. The Lanceter Whitecaps 30.